Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shift. Hope y'all are doing well. I was doing better before I realized that there's a few things going on that have not been slid across my desk. And we're going to go ahead and address a few things today. All right. Now, apparently, there are two girls on the Eight at the Table podcast. I could not tell you their names, but I call them Millie and Vanilli. All right. And apparently, they decided it was going to come for me. And so we're going to do a whole breakdown right now. We're going to really break it down because this right here about to be a teachable moment. There's going to be a lot we're about to learn from what we're about to show here in this video. Now, when I try to tell people that 9 out of 10 which ain't shit, they think I'm being negative. They think, oh, 6, you're angry. Oh, 6, it's just what you're attracting to yourself. What are you talking about? And I realized that people say that because they don't understand what makes a big change. People don't know. The number one thing that makes change shift is when they try to eliminate competition. Number one, when they're competing at all. Real women don't compete with each other. Everybody's in their own lane, and the only one they're competing with is themselves. They're competing to be better tomorrow than they were today within themselves. So the first sign of an bitch are women that compete. That's the first thing. Second signs of bitch is women who try to eliminate competition in other women by condoning bad behavior, harmful behavior, and mediocrity. The reason why is because majority of women think that if they are required to have any type of discipline and self-control, that somehow that translates to them as you hate me. Ain't bitches don't keep their word. Okay? They make plans and they cancel. Ain't bitches are pick-me's. Okay? They'll throw anybody under the bus, put anybody in danger, waste anybody's time but a man. Ain't bitches are women who, instead of being in charge of their own emotions, they look around for whoever is around them to throw an issue on so they can say that that's my real problem, not the real issue that you got going on. Okay. So I think when people hear ain't shit, they think that women out robbing banks or something like that. No. Women not being is deeper than men not being. Okay. It's a whole different type of ball game. It's a whole different thing. The way I do my content and the way I operate, nobody is safe or exempt, not even myself. A big part of women is that they need each other and they need to congregate in herds of hyenas in order to make noise so loud that they cannot hear the truth. Their goal is to get with each other and comfort each other in their failures, being a loser, being a victim, blaming other people. That is what the sisterhood is about. It's about you don't step your game up too much, because if you do, you might outshine me. It is, hey, this applies to me, or I did that. So therefore, you can't say it's bad or you can't speak against it. A big part of shit bitch behavior are women where instead of coming forward and speaking on a mistake that you made or somewhere you went wrong and telling your sisters to be better and not do it, ain't women are the ones who will comfort the woman in her own self-sabotage and self-destruction, okay? And just make her feel better about it. And those are the women who are highly triggered by any women who tell you you don't deserve it. Because ain't bitches always have a list of what they deserve. Then when you ask them, what make you deserve? They say, because I'm a vibe. What does that even mean? You're a bad vibe. Okay. So sometimes people are like, oh, Six, you're always by yourself. Yes, because I have to have friends in 50 states. Because for each state, you may find 3 that ain't it. So I have to have friends in 50 states and find the 3 out the state who are actually accountable, have integrity, honest, put the work in. Don't deflect. Okay? So if your eyes are not open to how much same shit, I congratulate you, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, today we're going to look at a prime example of what I'm talking about. We're going to look at a prime example of why I'm a lone wolf, why I'm solo dolo, why I don't deal with these girls. And this is like an in 4K example of why. So we're going to get into that. The glasses are going on. And when the glasses go on, I mean business. All right. So I'm going to pull this video up. But before I pull up this video, can we pull up today's look? Okay. Can we? Hold on. Because can we? Purple People Eater. Okay. I have a Patreon. It's for women only. I get ready for all my content live. While I'm doing so, we have great girl talk about a multitude of different subjects. Today's subject was 10 things you're doing wrong with men. Okay. Sometimes the spirit come over. Sometimes we have a sermon. Sometimes we have church. You never know what it's going to be. Sometimes we have question and answer. Okay. We have a Discord, a group chat. We have get-togethers, meetups. We have movie nights. I have all type of exclusive videos and content that you can only find there. Okay. These are women who want to take charge of themselves, be in charge of their fitness, their families, their life. This is not an echo chamber where everyone just shows up raggedy and everyone says you're beautiful, you're great. No, if you seriously want support, if you want to be around a group of women who think different, want better, if you are tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row, baby. I'll be in the comments like, oh, Six, what's that limp combo? What's this? If you was in the Patreon, you wouldn't know. Okay. It is a great network of women from all over the world. We would love to have you join. I also have a second separate Patreon called 6 at 6, which is simply a weekly live show, which you can tap in with me. We have fun. We talk about different viral content, current events, react to content, things like that. So it's just a great, fun, once a week way to tap in with your girl, have a good time. We laugh, we learn, we be entertained. Now, without further ado, let's pull the video up. Now, mind you, I saw this clip months ago and someone tagged me on Facebook. And when the girl started talking, the first 5 words out their mouth, I already knew what they was going to say. They're going to say the same thing that all basic say. So the minute that I saw it and I saw them like, oh, why do you care? Or why is it your business? I just turned off and I said, oh, child, another one bites the dust, more basic bitches. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even look too deep into it. It wasn't until the other day that somebody tagged me back in the post and they said, why are they coming for Sixthegoddis makeup? Why are they bringing ad hominem attacks into it? And I said, ad hominem attacks? Oh, nobody told me that part. Oh, I thought they just disagreed, with what I was saying. I had no idea that they was coming for like me as a person. So I decided to come out of retirement of flaming hoes, and we're going to get some straightening today. Now, this clip is a short that I did that went viral, in which I am talking about, I want you to understand this right here. Black women's number one thing that holds us back. This is the one thing that makes us different from every other race of women. We do not have helicopter older women mentorship. When women are between the ages of 15 and 27, they are extremely slow. Extremely slow. Like it need to be studied seriously. And that's why every other culture of women have women in their community, be it their mother, older sister, or whatever, that literally cover them, almost puppeteer them to literally save them from themselves in their young girlhood and literally walk them through so that they don't ruin their lives during the slow phase of their life. Them young white girls, when they get pregnant, their mom doesn't say, we're going to figure it out. You can't kill your baby. We're going to figure it out. Their moms drop them off themselves to that chop shop. You are not becoming baby mama. You're not doing it. Asian women, their mothers, older sisters hover. Indian women, Latina women, every other race of women respects hierarchy in the women in their community that can mentor them and once again save them from themselves. That's the element that we're missing as Black women. Black women have a mentality of, number one, our number one concern is covering our mistakes and dying on hills. Our number one concern is not the information that is needed for the next generation of women. Black women will watch the next generation of women go to hell, all to not have to admit that we did things wrong or we made a mistake. Black women will say, well, she grown, honey. Just let her do what she want. Well, she grown. That is our biggest issue, is our young women are left to just do what they want, figure it out, and there is no older female counsel for her. Healthy counsel. Because all the Black women are so busy covering up their own mistakes and never want to admit they were wrong. All right? And so that's why some Black women brain explodes. When I have at this point made it my life mission to stop Black women from the number one thing we need to stop before we do anything else, just stop having kids unmarried. If we don't do nothing else, if we just stop doing that, we can catch up in other places. Our obesity and our inability to protect our womb is why the rest of society has no respect for us. So now the basic bitches will say, I don't care about what other people think about me. I don't care about what white people think. Why are we doing things to care about what the rest of everyone think? Because it's 7 billion fucking people in this world and it matters. And I know that you ain't talking, not the same women who say we're underprotected, we're underrepresented. And in the same breath, you say that you don't care about what other people think about you. That's where we go wrong. Can't tell us nothing. We reject mentorship and we fact. Those three things right there. While you so worried about, I don't participate. I have literally seen Black women say, I don't participate in respectability politics. Well, you better, because that's the way the world goes. It's mental illness to be the group of women who is failing the most out of any demographic. And yet still say, forget what the rest of society, years and generations of experience has taught the world. No, we as Black women, we think it should go this way. And we're going to just sit here and complain and play the victim until the whole world acquiesces to how we think it should be. Oh, good luck with that. The rest of the world doesn't respect you because you don't respect yourself enough to stop eating and to stop getting knocked up while you're single. It's bigger than not caring about what people think. It's bigger than, respectability. It's way bigger than that. People don't give you more than what you give yourself. And when society sees us in majority, risking our lives to pop out children for men who you just gave your life, he couldn't even give you a name, they don't respect you. That's why you're not represented. That's why the minute that a job has a downsize, all the Black women are first. I've seen an uptick in Black women saying, if you're in corporate, wear a wedding band. Imagine having to fake being married to advance in life instead of just actually getting married. You would get married if women, Black women especially, would stop popping out children for men you're not married to. And even worse, men you barely know and men fucking your friends. But anyway, This conversation that we're about to have is a clip that went viral where I was saying that if we want to stop the baby mama issue, because that's our very first issue before we do anything else, so many women complain about, oh, these men this, these men that, and fail to realize how these men you don't like get started, how they get created. Step one is unprepared parents. Parents unprepared emotionally, spiritually, financially. Because you're in a perpetual state of victimhood. You will create the same thing you say you don't like. You will create your own enemy. So Black women, this is why Black women love the Women's Empowerment Brunch, because that's the only place y'all can sit around and say how you think it should be. It's the only place where you can sit around and say how you feel and your degree and whatever business you started. It's the only place you can speak on that and anyone cares or that it matters at all. The rest of society is like, y'all fat with bonnets on, with your legs open every time we turn around, getting pregnant without no ring on your finger. You don't typically see white women being a man's third or fourth baby mama. That is so common in the Black community. It ain't nothing. All right. So the rest of the world, we're like, represent. Absolutely not. Look at Halle Bailey. Y'all already know how I feel about that. Black women don't respect respectability. We want to go to the Women's Empowerment Brunch and we want to speak on how we think it should be. And then we want the whole world to move around what we said. And how has that worked for us? Hasn't worked at all. So the very first thing you got to do if you're looking for real change, okay, is stop making more problems. So the first thing is, we can go on this journey to get better, but I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, Pooh. All that single mom stuff, we is too old for that. We are too advanced in technology for all that. That is not it. All right. So this clip that went viral, I'm speaking on how you fix that. The way that you fix it is you stop validating it and stop giving it attention. A lot of people do not take into account how serious getting attention is for women. It really, you can compare it to women who cannot understand, and they be like, well, why would he do all that? To fuck. In our minds, we can't, man, who would go through all that just to fuck? Well, they would. And it's the same with women and attention. People can't understand, man, you mean to tell me she would do all that just for attention? Yes. Yes. Actually, yes. They would. So if you want to get women to stop doing something, you stop giving them attention for doing it. And I'm going to talk about that in this clip. Without further ado, let's pull it up. Hold, please. Here we go. And roll the clip.
Not my problem.
I cannot stand when a woman is single and pregnant and she announces it online. There is no sign of the baby daddy. You're a grown-ass woman alone in your maternity pictures. You can't even show who the man is because most of the time the man is not even your goddamn man. And then here go everybody in the comments. Congratulations. Congratulations. For what? Why do we have these young girls and these women get pregnant in these terrible situations? And instead what we do is we celebrate with baby showers and gender reveals. And the reason why they make these baby showers such these huge deals is because there is no wedding. The baby shower has become the new substitute for a wedding. How are we going to get these girls to understand there's a consequence for their actions when we're throwing them a goddamn party? So many women are victims to their own stupidity.
That's the best video you brought here, Alan. Encore.
I just want to know, is she their mama?
Is she what?
Is she?
She's like, why is she so involved?
Why is she so passionate about these women and the parties that they're getting?
See, when I first saw this clip, that's the only part I saw, and I immediately checked out. I was like, "Oh, ain't shit, bitch alert!" I was like, "Oh," tell me all I need to know. I just took my ass on. I was like, "Well, there goes that." I just was like, "Oh, there it is. Don't even need to watch no more. I already know what they saying, child. It's story old as time at this point." Okay, and I turned it off. But we're gonna keep watching to see how far this goes. Now, anybody with half a lick of intelligence and common sense, what I said, there was nothing wrong there. But this is what I mean. Remember, I told y'all before, I said women will take lack of attention that they haven't even earned as something bad. They will get mad at not getting validation or attention that they honestly shouldn't even be getting. So you would think that by simply saying, yeah, if you're pregnant and you're single, you're not getting no baby shower. How does that translate into something negative? The only way that translates into something negative is you are one of the ancient bitches who always just wants attention, accolades, and validation that you really don't deserve and that you really don't need. Okay? So this is easy to understand. The first thing out their mouth is, why does she care about the baby shower? And we all know that's a bad faith comeback, because it wasn't about the baby shower. It's about the bigger picture of having children unmarried and single in general, and then elevating yourself in the community so that other girls say, oh, she got pregnant and she got a party. Oh, she got pregnant and she got... Women do not understand gray areas. It has to be black and white. Women interpret gray as okay. So if the young girls not going to see everything. All they're going to see is she got pregnant, she got a party, she got a gender reveal, she got all that attention. Okay? So that's why it's a problem. We cannot continue and sit here and know that broken homes and single women giving birth, we're not going to sit here and act like this is not the foundation of all of our problems. And instead of acknowledging that, because that's what a smart person would do, they would acknowledge that what I said is not only factual, but a solution to the problem. That's how intelligence works. Identify the problem, comprehend the problem, solve the problem. People who identify the problem and then evade it, it's a sign of you're just retarded. You slow. There's something wrong with you. All right. So by this time, so now the subject matter was stop celebrating and condoning single women being pregnant. That was, I wish I had my whiteboard. That was the foundation. Stop congratulating single women for being pregnant. That's the problem. That's the focus. Do all basic bitches go to the same book, like read the same book or go to the same school? Because I'm not going to lie, it do need to be studied how y'all all say the same thing. I need to understand, how do y'all all just get the same comeback? That girl say, why do you care? If I had a nickel for every time black women say that, why do you care? But in the same breath, they say they're underrepresented, underprotected. It need to be studied. Because my thing is this, if you're going to say the world and you don't care what no one say or think, and shouldn't none of y'all care or worry about us, you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet completely. You cannot tell the world, why do you care? Even when it's a woman that is in your own demographic, you still saying, why do I care? And these are women who inadvertently tell you how self-centered they are, because they can't even fathom the concept of caring about other women that look like them. They don't care if you ruin your life. They don't care if you ruin your life or you risk. They don't care. So I can see how hyenas like this can truly feel like, why do you care? Because most women are like, I just want to make me happy. If it just happiness over everything, long as I'm happy. That's how most women think. So the concept of community accountability, community consequences is mind-blowing to them. I truly contribute this being normal to me, a sense of community consequence. I totally contribute this to being raised Jehovah's Witness. I am desensitized to the concept of doing shit and then expecting to still reap the benefits of certain community and support system. It doesn't work like that. From diapers, I have seen that was never the case. In the Jehovah's Witness religion, if you go against the program, you do not receive support. They disfellowship you. I don't know if they still do it this way. This was 20 years ago. But they get in front of that congregation. They say, sister so-and-so is disfellowshipped. That means you cannot speak to them, talk to them, have them over your house. It means you retract the congregation support. Okay? So it doesn't bother me at the concept of you did some shit that went against the program that is harmful to your community. Therefore, the community is not going to support you right now. And you got to work your butt off and show up consistently to give penance and be reinstated. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how you keep community pure. So if you're sitting here having women continue to add to the problem of why we're unmarried the most, why we have the worst infant mortality, why we have the worst experience in childbirth, if you see women actively participating in behavior that makes that worse for us, you are weird if you say, why do you care? Black women's inability to detect danger and protect ourselves from danger scares me. That we truly don't understand cause and effect. There's a reason why other groups of women watch and gatekeep their image. But when it comes to us, fat, black, and pregnant and abandoned on Instagram and TikTok, we're told, mind your business, it don't matter. And so, in typical basic bitch fashion, the first thing out their mouth is, why does she care? Imagine being at war, they trying to kill you, and someone is like, hey, why you care? Slow down. Ma'am, people are dying, Kim. Okay, this is literally for death. You create these children, these broken situations, not knowing those are not children, those are going to be adults. You're creating adults with demons, conceiving them in brokenness. Okay, when it comes to the children, when it comes to our life, I would think we all would care, but hyenas cannot care past their own front porch because they're self-serving and they just close their ears and la 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 la. I don't want to hear. I don't want to do the work. I just want to be happy, which ironically, they're never happy. Okay. Happiness is the result of handling your business. There is no direct route to happy is I'm going to avoid all of this and go be happy. No. Happiness comes in fulfillment, fulfilling obligation and being responsible. That's where happiness comes from. So they dodge accountability, they dodge discipline, they dodge the hard work, the real work, because they'll work to get a degree, but they won't do the real work on themselves. Look at themselves. They just put themselves in this bubble of protection of I'm perfect, I'm beautiful, I'm not the problem. Okay. So in a very serious issue, they are saying, why do you care? Which is why so many Black women go become single moms. Because we're told it's not a big a deal, mind your business. It's actually a huge deal. It's actually real human lives at stake here. Okay. But only in our group would we have all this and be life or death and say, why do you care? Watch your tone. Imagine a house burning to a crisp and a firefighter says, move, get out, move, let's go. A Black bitch would say, whoa, you ain't got to say it like that. House on fire. Everybody about to die of smoke asphyxiation. A Black bitch would be like, watch your tone. Shut your bitch ass up. Just shut the fuck up. But it gets worse. Let's continue.
The baby showers, the gender reveals. Whether she's a single mother or not, does she not need a fucking gender reveal? No, she doesn't, actually. But does she not need a baby shower for the baby that's coming?
Maybe the man that had her legs wide open from wall to wall and then decided to dump his seed inside of her uterus. Maybe he should go buy the diapers. Maybe if women knew, when I was coming up, when I had my son, I'm one of the only girls that only had one child because I immediately stood up and handled my responsibilities. All the girls that passed their baby off to their mama and their sister and their cousin, they ended up having more and more kids. And that is what taught me more than anything. If you really want women to step their game up, make their decisions cause them to have to work, take their own L, pull themselves up by their bootstrap and not get no attention. Okay. And I was grateful at that point that the people in my circle did not condone what I was doing. And they made me step up, be a woman, and raise my child. And I'm doing that to this day. Okay. That is why I'm one of the ones who never did that shit again. And everybody else ended up the single moms with 3, 4, 5 kids, 2, 3, 4 baby daddies because they got rescued. And as long as the outcome is attention for a woman, the process doesn't matter. Same for men. Long as their outcome is they got the pussy, they don't give a damn about the journey. Okay. So it's very dangerous when girls know they can siphon attention and gifts and a party and balloons by getting pregnant. Somebody left a comment on my last video, the Cardi B video, and they said something so profound. Please forgive me. I don't know the name of exactly who said this. Please forgive me. But they said, it's time that we stop applauding pregnancy as an accomplishment and we start to regard it as what it is, a bodily function. And I said, Hyundai. Honda, Tesla, Toyota, Subaru. Yes, there we go. Because, like I said, if pregnancy is an accomplishment, that means that every woman that makes a man bust a nut should get a high five. Okay? Y'all remember that lady in Arizona who was in a coma and gave birth? Was in a coma, and one of the male nurses mounted her and impregnated her. And then her body just started giving birth on its own. And everyone was like, oh my God. If that don't show you that pregnancy is not an accomplishment, but a bodily function, I don't know what will. So it's a super weird argument to say, oh, well, I'm sure she needs gift for the babies. Baby showers are celebratory. Baby showers should never be a thing where if it's not for the baby shower, you cannot provide the diapers and bed and stroller and swing for your baby. Baby showers are for married women to show communal support, not for single slow women that had their legs wide open, feet to the ceiling with a man who didn't even commit to them, but they've committed to risking their life to bring his child into the world. Baby, if you go do that, I don't know what to tell you. And men who sneak and get you pregnant, there is no such thing as I accidentally got pregnant. You get pregnant, it's because the man wanted to. End of story. Okay? So if you're that much of a joke to where a man will disregard your life and your request and knock you up for his own gain, no, you don't get no baby shower. You slow. I know what I'll get you, a helmet. That's what you need. Because I know you lying to me in 2025 getting pregnant is crazy. You have to be slow. There's no other explanation. So it's a super weird mindset, which further makes bad decisions of these women are not only getting pregnant by men who don't even care enough to marry them first, but also men who can't afford a baby swing, some onesies, and some Pampers. I'm sorry, it wasn't us getting our dick sucked. It wasn't us had your feet open. How come the man that had the feet open don't have to help? And that's the part about single motherhood nobody want to talk about. Taking your L. At the end of the day, that baby is yours. Okay? Historically, the baby is supposed to belong to the man. But when we have women giving out babies where they've known a nigga for 2 weeks, well, you can't compete with that. And there are so many black women right now, beautiful, young, got themselves together. They could be ready to be wives tomorrow. And they are having troubles getting married because why would this man sit and have to marry you, do right by you, pay the bills, give you his last name, then get his baby? Why would he do that? We got plenty of other women he could date for 2-3 weeks and then raw dog them, shoot their club up and make them have a baby. Why would he do that? But this is the collective accountability that black women don't want to talk about because you don't want to have to be responsible for yourself to not get pregnant, especially women like these. I already know these type. So you should never take advice from women who get fucked and never called again. 6, how do you know they get fucked and never called again? I can always tell by how the men around them respond. You can always tell the women that get fucked and never called again or can't get a text back by the position of the dicks around them. I'm telling you, real healthy women, it's just natural. All the dicks in the room will kind of naturally lean in your direction. It's a subconscious thing. All the dicks in the room will kind of naturally like, ooh, lean this way. But you always know the bitches who get fucked, ducked, and never caught again because the dicks subconsciously, they're running away. They're retreating. The dicks are retreating. So notice the men around them look stressed out. Okay. So when the men around them look this stressed out, imagine what a man feels. And these are just, they're coworkers. Imagine what if the men are this stressed out by being around them for 2 minutes and 26 seconds, can you imagine what the man would feel after he busted the nut and then looked down at these aggravating ancient hoes? Matter of fact, I lie. Women like this may help the marriage rate because I feel like once a man fucking aggravating hoe like this, on his drive home, he will decide that he got to change his life. After a man has post-nut clarity after fucking hoes like this, I feel like they have a whole revelation in their mind, and on their car ride home, they think, who have I become? I don't even recognize myself. And they might help you because after a nigga fuck an aggravating bitch like this and bust his nut and then be so disgusted, actually, that might help the sisters out because then when they come to you, he's going to be like, oh my God, I'm never letting her go because I know that that's what's out there, So I take it back, actually. They might be helping the program. So I don't argue with bitches that can't get a text back. If the niggas you fucking don't give you no attention, I won't either. It doesn't work that way, okay? So I can see why women like this advocate for, hey, we get pregnant. We still want to party. Because they're the women who 9 times out of 10, men are going to sleep with them. And God forbid they get knocked up, but the man is not staying around. So they definitely don't want to have the responsibility of not having to get pregnant, not doing all that because they are lucky if the man, if he's in a drought and all the bitches he really want to fuck are not answering the phone and they're available, that's their only chance at getting laid. So I can see why when you're that type of woman, you got to take what you can get. They ain't got time for no sexual discipline or no womb management. They're just happy to get a text back. So that's why you can't listen to assholes like this. Okay? This girl got on dirty Air Forces. You can never trust a bitch with dirty Air Force and a camel in the face. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of the women that you're trusting. All right? There's a lot going on here. Let's proceed.
Is that rewarding her? Or does she not need the things?
Well,
the baby that is coming. To be honest, is she are the
I want you all to watch how the dicks involved here are by the second retreating away. Rico kind of started straight up and down. Do y'all see how the dick is slowly, like his leg is covering it? It's leaning this way. Like as the time progresses, you're going to see, and the power of subconscious behavior is so crazy to me. Okay. You're going to see the other guy. I'm so sorry. I don't know his name. By the end of this, his dick going to just be inside his body. So y'all, please watch the progression of the men's dicks retreating from these women. Every second it gets worse and worse. It's so sad. Women like this just... My God, today, boy, I know this type. They're literally the worst. I'm not going to hold y'all.
the men's supposed to be in the maternity shoes? Because I want myself just alone.
well, I think since I've
Look at this other guy. He don't just put the dick up. He don't close his legs and he put his hand there like, God, no. God, no. This man's penis is getting softer and softer by the second. Okay, this one right here, baby, he's making sure that it don't go nowhere near them. He said, let me just lock this up. His penis is retreating inside his body every second they talk. I mean, look at this pantsuit. Shout out to my good sis Pebbles. This is called a flaccid suit. Okay? If you ever want to figure out how to definitely not turn a man on, definitely put someone like this. Okay. If you just really want to cause flaccid behavior, if you really want every dick in the room to run away from you, wear a big pink Pepto-Bismol pantsuit like this. And baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I promise you that. So now they're saying, so now y'all, let's start from the top. Having children unmarried in our community is a big problem. We should stop celebrating it by throwing baby showers. So step one, why do you care? All right, that was the first step. Now, step two, straw man arguments. Well, technically, are the men even supposed to be in the shoot? So let's make sure we're keeping track of everything, y'all. Everything except, yeah, she's right, and we should step our game up and have more discipline and do better and set a standard with each other. That's the proper response. Let's go through all the hoops they go through to avoid that response. First, why do you care? Second, are the men even supposed to be in the shoot? Because if I was doing it, I'd want to be by myself. She already knows that a man would fuck her, bust a nut, and then never text back. She already knows. I better be comfortable with being alone in my maternity pictures, because my only chance at becoming a mom is to hope a man gets real drunk after the club and the bitch he want to really fuck is not available. And he's drunk and comes and skeets at me and give me a baby. She know that's her only way she's getting one. So she's like, whoa. I mean, what's wrong with being alone in the pictures? I see what's going on here. Let's continue.
I've been to like a lot of baby showers where it's everybody. It's like an adult party. It's not just like the women's thing. I don't know if there's like a.
All right. So now we have the next one, y'all. Y'all got to keep up. First, why do you care? Second of all, are men even supposed to be in maternity pictures? Third is, I thought baby showers were for adults. Now, don't ask me what that got to do with the subject. I'm just repeating to y'all this cycle of Olympics, of non-accountable Olympics there is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. I'm just repeating what they say. Don't ask me how that correlates to the subject. Well, baby showers be having adults at them. Okay. All right. Let's see what's next. Let's continue.
A New York thing or like a new school thing or
So now it's no. It's because y'all from New York. Woo! Okay. Why do you care? Men don't be in maternity pictures. Baby showers are for adults. You're from New York. Okay, next. Woo!
I really don't know.
We're black and nothing other than black. So do you know what white people do?
I'm just
all right. Why do you care? Men ain't in the pictures anyway. Baby showers are for adults. I'm from New York. We're black. Why do we care what white people think? Okay. Y'all, what's next? Let's keep going. We're on a roll.
saying y'all been making a whole bunch of statements on here just because y'all ain't seen shit. Like, just because you ain't seen it don't mean it don't exist.
I don't know.
So said Benjamin Campbell.
This is a thing.
Somebody get Rico with Tylenol. If a man is this stressed out around you and he not even fucking you the problem. Rico! You need some Tylenol. You need some ibuprofen. Y'all, somebody get Rico a Tylenol 8-hour. Imagine if he was fucking this bitch. He would be thinking the whole time, oh my God, I am ready to go home. Imagine if this was the conversation after the nut. He would be sitting there like, Lord. He would be texting his homeboy like, bruh, call me and say that my daughter is in the ICU. So tell me to call me and sound real urgent that I got to leave. Okay? Look at this. Do you think these hoes are getting texts back? Absolutely not. Y'all, somebody please give the good brother Rico a Tylenol. Okay? And then give the other brother a shovel because his dick has just went inside his body. He's so turned off. Okay? His dick is inside his asshole at this point, baby. His shit just retreated inside his body. He doing all he can. All right? Now it's we're black, nothing but black. Why do we care what white people think? My God. I truly want it to be studied of how on earth do basic bitches say the same thing all the time. I'm not kidding. I really want to understand.
And yes, of course, we don't want to see like hundreds and hundreds of single mothers, being created. Like, we don't want to see this. Of course, we want something better for our people. But
if you don't want to see it and want something better, what's the solution? Because you don't like my solution. So what is it? Let's see if they give it to us.
Why is it so heavily everyone's business?
Oh God.
Like this girl.
Why is it so heavily everyone's business? A black woman to another black woman. I am literally in your demographic, baby. This is why people don't take y'all seriously. This is why people say, well, my God, who can tell you something? The only person can tell him something is the white man. Y'all, at this point, Rico need more than Tylenol. Has anybody checked on this man? Is he all right? It looks like his headache getting worse and worse. Imagine being a black woman telling a black woman in your demographic, why do you care? This is why you cannot save hoes.
Girl is actually way too passionate for me.
Must be all over her.
Because
she should be worried about them eyebrows.
No,
what? Huh? Let me rewind that because I know I ain't just hear what I just heard. Hold on.
Of course, we want something better for our people. But why is it so heavily everyone's business? Like, this girl is actually way too passionate for me.
Must be all over her.
Because
she should be worried about.
Bitch, you should be worried about that stomach. See, you ain't got a stomach, you got a stomach. What you need to be worried about is shoving your apron belly inside them big ass pants. Bitch, you can put that big old Pepto-Bismol suit on all you want to. Looking like an obese pack of double mint gum. You can try to stuff your belly in there all you want to, ho. I know y'all did not take it to the point of talking about looks. I know we ain't taking it there. I know you lying. Over the looking like a black obese Ellen DeGeneres. Honey, stop it. Okay? A moose and a camel walk into a bar and start talking about me. Sweetie, you got so much work, my God, today, that you would have to do on yourself to even remotely get to the point where you can worry about my eyebrows or my makeup. You have a long way to go. You got about 100 pounds to lose before you can even remotely speak on me. And I'm getting non-FBA vibes here. I'm getting non-FBA vibes. There is absolutely no way in hell that you is looking like Cisco with diabetes and you're going to sit here and come for my makeup, bitch. If you don't sit your pussy ass down, matter of fact, you might like that because you give me muncher vibes. This whole lesbian suit thing you got going on. A bitch that look a black, morbidly obese, the Joker could never come for me, baby. You need to go sit down. Okay? Every dick around you is flaccid. You look a lesbian, you're fat. You is ugly as hell. Why do you have rolls on your neck? Imagine having rolls on your neck and a double chin and talking about me. You got about 12 months in the gym minimum before you can sit and say anything to me, baby. Okay? Your pussy has got to get on this podcast and team up with motherfucking Chester the Cheeto over there. And y'all got to band together, baby. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I'm a one-woman army. I ain't got to do none of that ever. This is why I don't go on podcasts no more. There's no point. I'm Thanos. Every time I get on it, all the women going to band together against me because I'm a real woman who can stand up and stand on my own 2 feet, and I'm intelligent. I don't need to gang up, talk about your looks, disrespect you. I don't need to do any of that to win the debate. I don't. I'm going to win it because of this up here. I just look this way. Don't get caught up in this. That's where you're going to get messed up at. Okay? And so hoes like you You see a woman like me who is self-assured and I know what I'm talking about, and you can't beat me mentally. It's not going to happen. A bitch ain't beat me in a debate yet. And every single time that y'all cannot beat me up here, y'all try to disrespect me, team up, the ad hominem attacks. It's played out, baby. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all really gotta stop letting me get y'all bothered like this. Come on now, my self-esteem getting too high. I just walk in the room and breathe and y'all hoes bother. Y'all gotta stop giving me all that. Come on. My God, a bitch could never have me that bother. There ain't a bitch in this world could ever have me that bother where she just walk in and breathe and I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna get her. Ain't never happening. So y'all gotta stop doing that to me. My God, I'm trying to be humble here. I'm trying my best. Ladies, shake your dreads. How will my head fit to the door if I keep having this effect on y'all by just existing and breathing? Come on now, y'all. Come on. Y'all gotta stop doing this. At this point, I'm the problem. I just walk in and y'all be bothered. Stop doing that. My God. How much higher can my self-esteem get? I just walked in and breathed. Y'all are really mad? Wow. I just walked in and breathed. I know y'all was that bothered. Lady, y'all gotta stop that. At least try to get a poker face. Stop giving me that satisfaction. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Okay, y'all gotta stop this. Talking about my eyebrow. This big fat jelly roll bitch. I know you fucking lying. Looking like you tried out to be an AKA, but you was too out of shape to keep up. Look like when they went for a walk, you got left behind, so you couldn't pledge. Now to this day, you sit there and just put this pink and green on to hope to be the AKA. You want to be one, but when you put your pinky up, they couldn't tell what's your pinky or your thumb, so you couldn't be a part of the sorority, baby. Your hand was so fat, it was like, I don't know if that's her pinky to thumb. She can't. They made you ski right out the door. They said no. Now you spend your time on a podcast making niggas dicks flaccid and repeating basic bitch talking points. I really hate that for you. We don't even know you lesbian, straight. We don't even know. I hate this for you. Now you're just sitting there with a bakery on your neck, all kind of rolls, sitting there critiquing bitch's eyebrow. Look at your entire face. Look at your everything. Stop. You need to lose 100 pounds, spend 10 to 12 months in the gym, 7 days a week, before you could, then maybe you can talk about my makeup. Okay? I can wipe that eyebrow off and redo it. You can't wipe off them rolls on your neck. Nigga might try to fuck your neck like a pussy freshly waxed. Just roll on roll. You ever see her with a neck brace, we know what happens. Okay? If you go like this and there's 2 chins there, don't speak on me. Okay? If you have to tuck your belly in your pants, don't speak on me. If you got a cheap haircut and hair color with that green blonde hair, don't speak on me, baby. Okay? It just doesn't work like that. If you look like Eve had she developed type 2 diabetes, don't speak on me, baby. Okay? If you look like Kirby when he exhales, definitely don't speak on me. All right? We don't have no time for that. Okay? So I wish a bitch in a flaccid pantsuit and another bitch wearing dirty Air Forces would speak on me, baby. Y'all got a long way to go. This the big leagues over here, baby. Let's not take this to talking about looks. I'm really trying to take it easy on y'all. I'm really trying to not, mainly because I don't want my video getting demonetized. So I'm really trying to, but big fat bitch, don't even try it. Stop. Y'all been better off keeping this at the argument, but you couldn't do that because you couldn't win. But Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall that swallowed a whole bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Talk about my eyebrows. It's crazy. There's a lot more things you got to worry about, honey. Stop it. Okay. You need to be worried about why your thighs are chafing as we speak. Okay. You just look like your inner thighs are black, like they've just been rubbing together, baby. Okay. And it's even worse because your stomach sits on top of it. The thighs rubbing. You got this big ass pantsuit on. It's just all bad. Ain't not a sexy bone in your body, sweetie. So please stop. I can take this eyebrow off right now. You can't say the same about that stomach and that fat neck. All right. And that double chin, baby. And your circular head. Why is your head so circular like a goddamn cabbage patch? Honestly, I'm astounded. I've never seen a head so round and so circular. Like a gumball. So the moral of the story is, girl, stop, fat bitch. Stop, fat lesbian looking bitch. Just stop. All right, let's continue. Let's see what the rest that they had to say. Let's see what the camel got to say.
About them eyebrows.
No, honestly, it's like you're on social media and
is Rico still alive at this point? My God. Is he okay? I think he died at this point. Sir, you all right? My God, at first we said a little Tylenol, but now somebody give Rico CPR. Y'all don't see that man dead right now? Oh my God. People just sit there and let you die in front of them. At least help him.
You don't see a father in the maternity photo. So you're like, what the hell are we celebrating? Congratulations. Bitch, if you don't have a congratulations for the pregnant person, just keep.
Bitch, if you don't have a clean pair of shoes, just say that. Bitch, if you can't walk in heels, just say that. Bitch, if that haircut was done at Great Clips, just say that, hoe. Ain't no bitch over here, baby. I don't even know you like that, hoe. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't recommend you take it there, honey. All that bitch, honey, you must not know about me, baby. I don't got them all. Please don't start that. Now, this is part one. This could be a, little easy little, y'all said what y'all said. I retort, we can leave it there. All right, baby. But you start going with all the bitches and all that. All right, now y'all go. Let's not do that, all right? All that bitches, all that, her eyebrow. Boy, let's honey, please do not do it. Looking like a llama. Like a llama and an emu had a baby. Why is your head so long? Okay. And I saw you on 8 at the table paid with them terrible wigs on, baby. Just stop the wigs. All right. Just stop it, baby. It's not working for you. Just sit over here looking like a goddamn Q-tip that was dipped in bleach and call it a day. But all that bitches, honey, a bitch that wear dirty Air Forces, trust me, no, baby, you need a 6-inch pair of stilettos to even remotely be the type of woman who can even, me and you would never even be in the same space. I would never trust a woman wearing dirty Air Forces and rainbow leggings on the podcast. I'm just not doing it. You just look dirty. You just look raggedy. You one of them girls, we don't matter what somebody put on you, you just always look raggedy. I don't know if it's your teeth, your skin, I don't know if it's that long head you got. I don't know. But every time I look at you, I just see a camel. Now you could be for Halloween. Halloween coming up, baby. You could be the camel, like the Marlboro camel. Baby, dress up as a Marlboro camel, baby. You got it. Because if you ain't the most alpaca face bitch I've ever seen, bitch, you are this close. If podcasting don't work out for you, the petting zoo will, honey. That's what I'm telling you, what I know. They'll feed you pellets and everything. You can hide pellets inside your Air Forces to take home later. Okay? But I want y'all to understand, never trust a bitch that wear dirty Air Forces. Matter of fact, don't trust a bitch that wear Air Forces at all. Let alone dirty white ones. The only time you'll catch me in Air Forces is when I'm in black ones and I'm finna slap the fuck out of a bitch. If you ever see me in black Air Forces, I'm coming to slap fire from someone. But women that wear dirty white Air Forces for sure get fucked and never caught again. We already saw more of the signs. But the minute a man nut and he look over on that floor and he see them dirty ass Air Forces, you ain't never getting a text back. Yeah, when that he busts his nut, he already look like, And God help if she start talking after that nut is bust. Her only hope is that maybe if you just shut up after he busted, then maybe he'll text you back. But imagine after he busts, he already looking like, ill. Why did I do that? Then he look over and see dirty white Air Forces. It's a wrap. She might go on the block list, actually. Okay.
Keep it moving.
Quick question, but are men typically in maternity?
No, that's what I just said.
I'm just, it really just a thought. Like, I don't know that men are in maternity photos.
So now, okay. So now, y'all, the flow chart is getting long. I'm not going to go back over the flow chart at this time, but now we're getting back to men ain't even in the maternity pictures anyway, which is a lie because yes, they are. When it's actual real married couples, yes, the man is always there and he's always in the picture. Stop. Married women do not go do maternity shoots by themselves to announce their pregnancy. No, the man is there. They have at least a few pictures with him there. Y'all wouldn't know that because you can't understand the concept of a man still talking to you after he busts his nuts. So I understand why this concept may be new and may be foreign to the two of you, but I want y'all to try y'all real best. If Johnny had 5 apples now, sis, I want y'all to really try. I want y'all to really put forth some effort here, okay? Okay.
I just feel like maybe he can get in like a few pictures, but I'm starting the photo shoot off by myself. And then you can like come in and we can take a couple together. But what?
Yeah, I don't really know that even married folks that I know, I don't really know that the men be in the men don't even be at the baby shower.
Because typically, how do you say? They're not supposed to be there, but traditionally
They're not.
Baby showers are for
all
women.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
was
know.
asking if it was like a new school thing, because
But it's like traditionally men aren't supposed to be at the baby
Yeah.
shower. It's
Was it
supposed to
bad
be a
luck or something? I never
woman
knew that.
thing.
I think that's just what it was. Because
Okay.
when I moved here, that's when I started seeing like dudes at the baby showers, like playing a doo-doo game.
Yeah, at this point, Rico was massaging his temples. I think he about to have an aneurysm. Oh my God. I am seriously concerned for this man's health. It looks like he's about to have an aneurysm. He's rubbing his temples like one's on the way. My God. I hope he's okay.
Game and like the diaper game. My cousin and his wife had a baby shower, and it was like our entire family there. Like our family and his wife's family, they were there. But I want to say like there probably was like my second mixed baby shower. Like,
Okay. Let's just roll with that. We should stop celebrating single women being pregnant. Why do you care? Men don't take maternity pictures anyway. I'm from New York. My married cousin had many women, but I don't typically see that. All right. Did I miss any parts of the flow chart? Because by now I've kind of forgotten. I've kind of forgotten the journey that we've been on by this point. I forgot all the other, and at this point, now the brother got his legs closed, crossed, and now he got 2 hands over the peen to make sure that it cannot in any way, shape, or form be pointed in their direction. This brother right here is protecting himself, King. He's like, oh my God. It's going to take you an hour to get that thing up out your body as soon as you get home, sir. I know that thing is so far up into your body at this point. I already know. It ain't even flaccid no more. It's just internal. I already know. He got it double, triple guarded. That is so shameful, honestly.
ever in Houston, it's different up here, baby. The people up here is different. But I think what Amanda is saying is like, how do we know that they are in fact a single mom?
Yeah, because you up on your phone on social media judging a situation you don't know anything about. I would not feel bad for celebrating that mother to be.
Oh Lord.
If she was.
Now Rico looking at his clock wondering, is it time to go? That's what niggas do after they bust a nut fucking these bitches. Y'all are seeing this in real time. This is a prophecy. See how first he was stressed out, aggravated. Now he looking at the time. This is what niggas do after they fuck these bitches. This is how they be. They be like, well, time to go. And they ain't getting no text back. Okay. The signs are always there.
Is going to be a single mother. She decided to have the baby. That's her decision. And
Okay, so now, why do you care? Men ain't in the picture anyway. I'm from New York. She decided to have the baby. Why does it matter? Okay, what else?
First of all, just because the father isn't there at the baby shower, that doesn't mean that the father's not going to be present for the baby.
Right? Because
So what the hell is it for me to judge?
But Amanda, all these daddies say they want to be in their kids' lives. So of course the dad is around, right? Of course he's around. Because all these men are saying, I want to be in my kid's life. So why would we even assume that he's not around?
The title had me fucked up. Baby showers becoming a substitute for weddings. What? How?
How? Because women like celebratory milestones in their life. All the things, prom, bridal showers, weddings, all that is for us. Men don't care about any of that. They don't care. So now you're going to be so disingenuous as to say that significant celebratory milestones in a woman's life is no longer a big deal. Stop it. And if you think for a second that subconsciously, if a little girl feels as though a wedding is never going to happen, you are so slow if you think that subconsciously that baby shower and that gender reveal is not going to be extravagant, because she still wants to scratch that itch for grand celebrations, gifts, and attention. So now you're going to sit here and say, what do you mean it's replaced it? It's scratched the itch. Where at one point, a woman getting married and that whole process was her ultimate time in life to have it be about her and put on the pretty dress and have everyone come celebrate her and give her gifts. That's what the wedding was for. So when that no longer becomes a thing for her, what do you think is going to happen? Because the desire for that celebration, validation, and adoration is still there. It's in our nature. So if it doesn't get there the right way through the wedding, you are crazy as hell if you think that it won't get there through the baby shower, through the gender reveal. Yes, women have now resorted to the baby shower and the gender reveals to satiate their desire for celebration and milestones in their life. Yes, that is correct. Any more questions?
How?
I think she's saying that's
I
tradition.
understand.
That man say, I think she's saying, she said, I understand. Stop. He didn't even. The man said, I think she, I already know that. That's not what I understand that. And now he don't lean back with it. First, he went from closing the legs to cross them, put one hand, a second hand. Now he's just leaned back. Sir, I don't think there's no more steps you can take to get the dick any farther away from these bitches. Sir, it's as far as it can go. That man say, that man ain't spoke the whole time. That man say, well, I think I understand that. Reason 5062 not to trust these bitches. These are the bitches who will comfort you in doing stupid shit so they can compete with you. Their only hope is to get you eliminated out the pool so that they can maybe finally get a text back. I want you to understand that's why they going so hard and jumping through all these loops to try to prove this point. They want y'all to still go out there and have babies by men and be single. They want that. Oh, yeah. Because they either want you to do the same shit they're doing or they want to make you beneath them by putting yourself through that. Okay.
Because I heard the video. But the title is stupid because it's not a substitution. Those two celebrations are two different things. You're just mad that the baby showers are occurring based on what you feel.
I just feel like let's ask the real question, whatever it may be, because I really don't think that this is a question you want us to ask or you want us to answer.
You're looking at a baby shower. You see a pregnant woman. There's no man beside her. What the fuck is she celebrating? That's her message. And you're also agreeing. What the hell? This is crazy. Because if you like blah, blah, blah.
Well, tell us you don't know the value of a man without telling us you don't know the value of the man. Because if you understood the value of the man, then you wouldn't even have said what you just said. Absolutely. There ain't nothing to celebrate if you pregnant with no man. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why? Because children need their mother and their father. Okay. But because bitch like this get fucked and never caught again, they have a vendetta against men. They really don't understand what's the point. They don't see why is he even needed. What's the big deal? If she want to have this baby on her own and raise him without no father, what's the problem? I want y'all to understand they really believe that because they ain't even got a text back. So they don't even understand a man being there to be a father, a protector, a provider, discipline, guidance. They can't understand it. That's why you should never take advice from bitches that make all the dicks turn away from them. Okay? They won't understand. I'm not finna sit here and even entertain you for too long. Y'all look like y'all in your 30s. So I'm not about to sit here and explain to no grown people in their 30s of why, yes, it is shameful to be having a baby without a man. If you don't understand why that's a problem, you ain't my type. We ain't even meant to understand. We ain't even meant to even go there, baby. You so far gone, baby. We ain't even got much to talk about. You don't see the value in it, then just say that. That's what this is really about. You don't see the value in it because you can't even get a text back. Just say that then. Okay. That's the real issue.
That is the point. That is the point because you don't see a man there supporting her. But even if she did have a man there supporting her for the baby shower, everything would be like, oh, nice. Oh, great, great, great. And then by the time the baby is born, they could be broken up anyway.
Oh, here you go. Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it was fucking coming at some point. Oh my God. And then the final Bowser level of basic bitchery. The final level of loser female behavior, y'all. We've reached it. You can be married and still end up a single mom. I'm sorry. I have to laugh at it at this point because y'all dead ass all say the same thing. Like I can't do anything but to laugh. Women that can't get a text back are going to always convince you that, oh, that man gonna leave. Oh, there's no point even getting married. There's no point even having a man because he could be gone like that, because that's what men do to them. Soon as they bust they nut, they up out of there. So it makes sense as to why her response is to not acknowledge the value of having a man in a complete family. Instead, she's like, girl, he may be here today and be gone tomorrow. Projection, because that's what they do to you, sweetie. Okay. But if the woman go through the proper protocol, more times than not, it'll work out just fine. And then that also be why a lot of y'all have to die on your heels when you make mistakes, because you don't understand the concept of you cannot control outcomes, but you can control input. And there is a huge difference between saying, I did everything the right way. I gave myself a chance. I went about it the right way. I did the part I was supposed to do. If it doesn't work out, that feels totally different than when there's 10 more steps you could have taken to potentially secure a favorable outcome, but you didn't take them. That's when you turn out like y'all hoes, where you can't admit you're wrong. You got to die and defend your hill. But when you know you did all you can do and you've done the right thing, even if it don't work out, it feels very different. You don't have a same thing of regret and trying to hide and defend your mistake. You accept it, you're more open with it, and you have no problem having other women do better than you by learning from you. Okay? So when they're really losing the plot, now we get to, well, he could be there now and then be gone by the time the baby comes. Outrageous.
What's the difference?
Think about it. 10 years ago, all baby shower pictures were just the women in her home girls. Well, no man there.
That was her problem. And I think that was stupid for her to bring it up because you're making it seem like she's having this big party and this.
I think you stupid, bitch. Okay? I think you stupid hoe. And I think you look like an aardvark. Now what? You're stupid, bitch. Your mammy was stupid the day she had you and decided to give birth instead of swallow. Okay? Your mammy was stupid the day that she opened her legs, just like we're talking about right now, and had you. She was stupid for doing that. This podcast stupid. Them bitch ass Air Forces you got on are stupid. And they're dirty. Your haircut is stupid. Okay? Stop it. Me and stupid can't go in the same sentence, honey. That's you. All right, baby? Just stop, baby. Okay? I can't get over the Air Forces. Them dumbass Air Forces on ain't going to call somebody stupid. Just stop. You can never look like an anteater and call me stupid, bitch. Go eat some ants. Just stop this.
Big celebration of her being a single mother, and that's not what the fuck it's about. Having a baby shower. Is she pregnant? Did she have one kids? I don't know.
Oh, here it go. Well, does she have a baby? Will she? Oh, the implosion is on the way by now. I don't kind of realize y'all hoes rhythm by now. Well, I know by now. I know the whole program. I know it by now. So let's go through this one more time. We should not condone women being pregnant and single by throwing them a party. Why do you care? I'm from New York. Men are not in the picture anyway. I want to be in it by myself. Well, who is that bitch? Now, when all that don't work, now the tantrum begins. Well, does she have a baby? Well, what is she? If I had no kids, they would say, oh, bitch, you ain't got no kids. So how you know? If I do have kids, they'll say, well, you was a single mom yourself. It don't matter. The goal was never to understand. The goal was never to solve a problem. The goal was never to do better. The goal was to make sure that they never have to be responsible. How dare this girl come up here and say that we're going to have to be responsible and accountable for opening our legs by ourselves? How dare this girl say that we can't go out and fuck broke niggas and get pregnant and won't be able to get onesies and diapers, so we gotta have a baby shower to give people the stuff our child needs of their basic needs. So now here come the tantrum. Y'all, the way I get y'all bothered need to be studied. I ain't gonna
know what the fuck going on with her, but she worried about what the fuck going on with everybody else on.
Oh, that's lots of F-bombs right there, baby. They want to fight. Hold on now. I done been all kind of bitches, all kind of fuck. What the fuck? Y'all making me want to fight. Y'all want to fight? Why? Y'all seem like y'all want to fight. What's up, baby? I ain't did that in a while. I'm ready. What y'all want to do? I'm from Florida, baby. What's up? You getting kind of woo. You said I'm passionate. Woo, I'm all kind of bitches, all kind of what the fuck, stupid. Whoa, it's like you want to fight, ho. That what you want, baby? Them fighting words to me. You doing a lot. Wow, I got you real bothered, baby. Damn, sis want to fight. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. At this point, what you want to do? Well, you see, you got a lot of passion in your heart, baby. What's up? Y'all want to fight? We had to leave and go to the boxing ring because, my God, that's a lot going on. What's up? My God, on today. I mean, it's whatever. You know, if y'all feel that, if I got you that, it's whatever. Run up then. You want to fight? Let's say, I don't know what the fuck she got. That bitch, what the fuck she got? Go, whoa. Where I'm from, I'll beat you up doing all that. Whoa, little mama. Hold on, Cisco. Wait a second now, baby. You're doing a lot. All right, now let's just finish up this video. And I had to get us in the boxing ring, though, because It's a lot going on. I'm feeling lots of vitriol, just in case. Just so a bitch know I'm with that. That's my kind of carrying on, baby. Take the girl out of Florida. You can take the Florida out of the girl. So I'm in the boxing ring, just so y'all know, I do be on that. So it's whatever. If y'all that bothered, I am with the shits, just so you know, okay?
On social media,
When she needs to be worried about them eyebrows.
having a baby shower is fucking important when you're pregnant. She could be a single.
If that puss asshole say one more thing about my motherfucking eyebrows, bitch, over there looking like a broken, inflated fucking highlighter, bitch, I want to grab your jacket and highlight my notes. Just stop. Okay? If you say one more thing about my eyebrow, okay, while you're sitting over there with a fat neck, chafed thighs, and a stomach tucked in your flaccid pantsuit, I know something. Imagine me beating you so bad intellectually that the only thing you can say is, oh, her eyebrows. That look good, by the way. My makeup is flawless. I'm a professional. Like, I do makeup. People pay me to do their makeup for years. And that's how I know y'all are really desperate. My eyebrows, bitch, your face, your head, and that stomach. And you know what? How you fat and flat chested? I just realized that. God hates you. I see if you a fat bitch and you ain't got no ass and you flat chested, God hates you. I'm not going to hold you. You did something fucked up in a past life and God is punishing you. Fat and flat chested is diabolical. If God hates you, just say that. God wanted you. This is why all the dicks around you is flaccid. Okay? Fat, flat chested. How on earth do you got bigger titties on your neck than your chest? Now, that's the part that I want to understand. You get what I'm saying? There's absolutely no way that you can have a head like a Cabbage Patch Kid and have the nerve to ignore all of that and be like, her eyebrows, my eyebrows? My God, today. She need to worry about her eyebrows. You need to worry about your every damn thing. Okay?
Single mother, she could be with a man. It does not
Wait,
matter.
Amanda, I think that Alan believes that women who are going to, or who know that they're going to be single mothers, don't deserve baby shower.
Is that it?
Most people don't have money for a production. Alan, what are you talking about?
And most people don't throw their own baby shower.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Shame.
That's the thing. Most women, yeah, actually, it's just like your bridal shower. Alan, yeah. Not my problem.
I cannot stand when a woman. So, in conclusion, okay, let's recap. Women should stop condoning single women being pregnant. It's literally killing us physically, spiritually, mentally. Women should stop being single and getting pregnant. The way that we solve that is by we stop throwing them parties and giving them gifts for getting pregnant. Why do you care? I'm from New York. The men ain't in the picture anyway. He can still leave. Your eyebrows are fucked up. Women don't plan their own baby shower anyway. Now, if I missed the plot, y'all are free in the comments to show me maybe I missed where they actually addressed and defeated the talking point that was the debate. Maybe y'all can help me because maybe I'm overlooking it. Maybe I'm overlooking it. Maybe I just can't find it. So maybe y'all can get down in the comments and y'all can help me see where they actually addressed or disputed or proved wrong what I said. And I'll wait for that. Okay? What it all comes down to is this is why I have my group, because this is what you get majority of the time. People see me all the time like, Six, why are you always by yourself? I may have one or two girls you might see me with through the city here and there, but I'm by myself most of the time. Can you imagine me trying to go hang out at happy hour with hoes like this? How do y'all think that would go? Because you see how they say dumb shit and look at you like, right. I'm not doing any of that. I'd have been like, no. And I also want to take a moment. Let's just all bow our heads and pray for the men that have to sift through these hoes and date them. Okay? Father God, please pray for the men that have to run into puss-ass slow hoes like this who ain't shit. And then as soon as he busts his nut, he's going to want to get the fuck from around there. God, please give them the strength to handle this type of shit. Because God, if it was me, I would slap the fuck out these hoes, God. God, you knew not to make me a man because, honey, I just could not handle it, Lord. Okay? So what we're going to do is pray for the men that have to deal with these women because, oh my God, if they're this obtuse and slow for a simple podcast clip, Lord, can you imagine being a man trying to address a serious problem with them? Woo, domestic violence immediately. Wash her and dry. I ain't gonna sit here and play with you. Okay? I said what I said. If y'all want to come tell me how throwing women parties and giving them gifts is going to help us combat the baby mama problem, if y'all got a better solution, let me know. I think my solution is great. All you got to do is just not throw that hoe a party. I think that's smart. Y'all, please let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.